Welcome to the Selling Point podcast, powered by Transformative Sales Systems, where we talk about what really moves the needle in sales, process, leadership, and strategy. I'm Anthony Nix, and today we're diving into a topic that's at the heart of every successful sales team: accountability. Now, I know accountability isn't always the most exciting topic. It's not as flashy as exciting big deals or hunting for new leads. But let me tell you something. Without accountability, your sales team is just spinning its wheels. So today, we're going to talk about what happens when accountability is missing, how to create a culture of accountability in your sales organization, and how fractional sales management could be the answer if you're struggling to make it stick. So let's jump in. What happens when sales accountability is lacking? I want to start by painting a picture. Let's say you've got a sales team, a few reps, and a manager. Or maybe you're the business owner acting as the sales manager. Every month, there's a revenue goal. Maybe some reps hit it, maybe some don't. But there's no real system to track progress, no structured follow-ups. And when someone doesn't hit their goal, nothing really happens. Here's what starts creeping in. Inconsistent effort. Some reps are grinding, others are coasting. There's no standard to keep everyone at their best. Deals getting stuck. Without pressure to move deals forward, pipelines get clogged with maybes that never close. Missed targets, and no one is held accountable for why. Is it low activity, weak closing skills, lack of follow-up? Who knows? Excuses instead of execution. You'll hear, it's the market. Pricing is too high. The leads aren't good, when really, there's no one making sure the work gets done. This isn't just a sales problem. This is a business problem. Because without accountability, you can't scale, and you can't grow revenue consistently. All right, so what's the fix? How do you create accountability without turning into a micromanager or having your reps feel like they're under a microscope? Here's the key. You need systems, expectations, and leadership. Let's break it down. First, set clear expectations. Your salespeople should never be guessing what's expected of them. They should know the revenue and activity goals, how they're expected to use the CRM, what follow-up and pipeline hygiene look like, what happens if they don't hit targets. If expectations are vague, accountability is impossible. Second, track performance and activity. If you're not measuring it, you can't manage it. You need to track sales calls and meetings, pipeline movement, not just size but activity, close rates and conversion metrics. And here's the thing. Tracking should not be optional. If your CRM isn't up to date, that's a sales leadership problem. Third, regular sales meetings. This one's huge. Every team needs structured weekly sales meetings that review key metrics, identify stalled deals, and how to move them forward. Hold reps accountable for their commitments. Sales meetings shouldn't be a waste of time. If they are, it's because accountability isn't the focus. And finally, provide coaching and feedback. Accountability isn't just about saying you didn't hit your numbers. It's about asking why and coaching for improvement. Great sales leaders listen to rep calls and give feedback. Help strategize. Tough deals. Reinforce the sales process. When reps know they're being held accountable and supported, they perform better. Now, here's the reality. Many business owners and CEOs know they need sales accountability, but they don't have the time, the expertise, or the desire to manage it. That's where fractional sales management can be a game changer. With FSM, you bring in an experienced sales leader who takes full ownership of installing a real sales process, holding your team accountable for activity and results, running structured sales meetings and one-on-ones, coaching reps to perform at their best, instead of you trying to juggle sales leadership with everything else on your plate. FSM ensures that accountability happens consistently. I've seen it firsthand. When a business moves from reactive sales management to a structured, accountable system, revenue becomes predictable. All right, let's wrap this up. If you take one thing away from today's episode, let it be this. Sales accountability isn't about micromanaging. It's about creating an environment where success is the standard. And if you don't have the time or resources to build that kind of accountability, we can help. At Transformative Sales Systems, we work with business owners and CEOs just like you to implement real sales leadership, structure, and accountability without the cost of hiring a full-time VP of sales. If you want to talk about how fractional sales management could help your business, let's connect. Shoot me a message or visit transformativesalessystems.com. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this valuable, share this with a fellow business owner, and I'll see you next time. Better selling.